check. Chupa. What is up, guys? It is your boy Brent Biggers here, and the sneeze. We just started. Make an error. I don't know, but anyway, it is your boy. No, really? Okay. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Brent Biggers here. Why am I saying that so many times? That is weird. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing the Patriots rebuild. Now, I kind of did a little research before this video started, and apparently the Patriots are the second least likely team to win a Super Bowl this year. Now, obviously, everybody can guess who the worst team is. Oh, you don't know who it is? It's the frickin' Panthers. But the Patriots are the second least likely team, and honestly, when you look at the roster, it kind of makes sense. Like, they have no idea what they're doing at quarterback, because they actually might even be planning to trade down IRL. Their running backs are interesting. Actually, Zeke is not going to be on this roster, by the way. Kendrick Boyd, Juju Smith, Hunter Henry, like, these are not really good receivers for long term. David Andrews is not going to be here for long term as well. And our defense is also going to have a lot of massive changes with my team, because there are going to be a lot of trades I'm going to make with this team, because I'm not planning to keep the same roster. We are going to do what they should have been doing last year, or maybe even the year, but the year before or this year, you know. Well, not the year before, because that was the year they made it to the playoffs. Last year, that's what I meant to say. Kyle Duggar will be a free agent. I just can't see myself bringing him back, even if he is coming back actually IRL. I don't care. Though, this guy will definitely be coming back. He also wants to come here, which is honestly kind of interesting, you know. Hunter Henry I'll let walk. Kendrick Boyd will walk. Essentially, all these players are going to walk in free agency. So, yeah, you're just doing what I like to call the patient process of rebuilding, where we are not going to be signing anybody. So, obviously, we can't even sign anybody because the offseason is, well, over. Well, I mean, free agency, like the big free agency period is over. Now we're kind of just waiting for the draft, which is actually now 27 days away, so really looking forward to that. I think Juju Smith will be traded. David Andrews is going to get traded. Christian Barmore could be a trade target. Jonathan Jones is a trade target. Jason Jackson I might just cut. Just like, there are a lot of things I can just definitely do with this roster that's going to make it worse, but for the better of things. $14.4 million freed up in cap. So that's pretty big. Juju Smith, just trade at this point. Like, his contract. Yeah, we're going to get negative cap, but we have a ton of cap space. So it's not the end of the world. Plus, this is going to help us in the long run. Bills could be maybe somewhat realistic. Trade it to the Titans. I'll give you, like, I don't know, like maybe just a fifth next year. Just get something out of the way with Juju Smith. So a 5th round pick next year for exchange of Juju Smith. Just kind of needed. Like, just we need to like do what we need to do. Keyshawn Butte though will be my slot receiver. And I'm actually gonna let Chris Powell just walk into free agency, because I don't care. I just want Christian Boye to get some reps. We need to get a tight end. We need to get a quarterback. David Andrews is going to get traded. It's going to suck because he's been here for so long, but it's just necessary. We're kind of just, like I said, we're rebuilding here. And is there like anybody else I may want to consider throwing in the trade? I guess Marcus Jones, I guess. Let's throw Marcus Jones in there. Texans have full interest for both of these players. I don't know if we could get the 14th overall pick. I don't think we will, but worth a shot. 2 second-round picks for these two players. We're in the green, so there is potential there. Let's also trade. Who else? Maybe Juwan Benton. Like we're really just trying to completely restructure this entire team. All right, 2 second-round picks for exchange of Marcus Jones, David Andrews, and Juwan Benton. Then we have. I think our offense is then done with trades. I'm not trading anybody else. But there is a couple more players I want to trade. Jarrell Peppers, Jonathan Jones, and Matthew Judon. Like, we're freeing up 10.3 mil. This is kind of like a Khalil Mack type trade for the Patriots. It frees up cap, and it also stinks to see him go. So, yeah. Do we trade back to the Ravens? He actually used to be a former Raven, funny enough. He really has the cap space for him, which is interesting. I guess they'll trade him to the Cardinals. I would just like your first round pick next year. I just kind of want to build some picks up and stuff. So this is orange, just okay. We also, I would not mind trading Jonathan Jones, the unique corner, so it's in the green. I'll trade, you know what, then I'll trade Jarrell Peppers. But you gotta give me something else, like a 3rd round pick in exchange. Alright, trade accepted. The projected number 3rd overall pick next year from the Cardinals. For Jarrell Peppers, Jonathan Jones, and Matthew Judon. So, honestly, I honestly think I might just consider just changing the scheme to 4-3. Like, there's nothing holding me back from not changing this into a 4-3 defense. So, I think I'm just gonna change it to 4-3, and plus then I will also make the change in the scheme to Niners playbook, and just see what the heck happens. I think I might move Mike back to guard, where he actually used to play, funny enough, but I don't know. It may depend. Honestly, I feel like he can play any position, really. Right end. So let's just look at D tackles. Fine. Derman Wise, I think I'll just let go. He's just not needed here. $5 million freed up in cap. Keanu White, I guess I do move him to tackle. So Keanu White will be maybe most likely one of the backup, I guess, D tackles for the moment. And of course he doesn't get moved there. And actually, the more I think about it, I'm just going to cut both of these D tackles, actually. 8.15 mil freed up in cap right there. And him, I free up 1.8 mil, which is actually a lot of money for only a 64 overall. So Keon White will be moved to D tackle. He just plays D tackle. He's probably going to be my D tackle number 2 in this game. Sam Roberts will be moved to D tackle as well, where he will be my 3rd string D tackle, and then Christian Barmore will be my starting D tackle. Just, kind of like changing up the scheme here. Edge rushers, I don't think there's really any good edge rushers really for us, so we may just be drafting edge rushers if it could be the case. Why does this keep happening? It's so stupid. I don't really like the factor when, you do something and then it just doesn't register, it's kind of dumb at this point. So stay good. Good. Like, yeah. Do you really see any of these players making it to the end game? I don't think so. Dalen Hayes will be my, I guess, like a rotational edge player. Like, this is just not great looking at right now. He actually is probably better as a pass cover linebacker, so that means he will be my starting right end to start the season. And Christian Ellis will be my starting left end. So, yeah, this is not the greatest, but, you know, there's a lot of improvement. I kind of want to move him to outside linebacker, so you know what, this is what I'm going to do. Christian Borg will be moved to outside linebacker, well, left outside linebacker. He will play right outside linebacker, which then we need to draft a middle linebacker. Like, honestly, we have a lot of positions to focus in the draft. Because, well, we don't have anybody there, so. And also, I think the one thing I'm going to do in the later rounds, I think I'm going to draft a quarterback. We're not going to draft a quarterback this high unless there's somebody I can't pass up on, so I just think I'm going to stick with what I have. And plus, by the way, I think I didn't get their, they didn't go 5-12 this year, right? Patriots record. Yeah, they went 4-13, that's what I figured. So that also required me to, I also have the 5th overall pick, which I don't really care about, honestly. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really see myself drafting anybody really even at 3 or 5. I think those are probably going to be just trade down. I'm going to just trade down with most for draft picks. You know, because, like, we could just use bodies in general. So, yeah. Got my, BD Dare up here. So, they do draft a quarterback. They're Kelp Saints, which I guess will make sense. So we have just a lot of tackle options and a tight end, which we could definitely use. But I'm not really going to take them unless they absolutely wow me. So that is just something I need to tell you guys, because I'm definitely not going to be using all these picks. Deshaun Ford. He's pretty good, but not really what I would want if I definitely want to draft somebody. Logan Fitzsimmons. He's actually pretty good too, but not good enough, I would say. I mean, like, these are both probably going to be, like, pretty good overall offensive linemen. I just don't really know. He is also, honestly, kind of slightly worse than the others. And then we have the tight end, where, let's see how good this guy is. Like, he's good and all, but, like, I don't really think he's worth. Again, these guys have to have been really, really good for me to draft them, because I kind of just need to gather up draft picks and use them for stuff later. So, we could trade down a couple of spots. I think I'm going to trade with the Vikings. We're getting 2 first-round picks and a 4th-round pick. Pretty freaking worth it, everyone. So the Vikings get this pick. We go all the way down to 20, where we're probably going to be drafting somebody. And we're going to just take whoever's freaking available, I guess. So there's wide receiver, there's a right tackle, and Clay Carley out of Oregon State. He's pretty good, I would say. This let's take your gamble. Hin and Dev, 82 strength, 74 excel, 84 agility. You know, pretty nice tackle, not gonna lie. So he's going to be our brand new right tackle, where that will make like Ugnan now guard. Where actually no, I guess not, because I already have Silas Sola. Never heard of him. So might Ugna. Actually, I might move that rookie then to left tackle. That's what I want to do. So that came out here. So we have another second round pick. A little bit after this, we actually have a lot of interesting players available, like haphazard. But like the problem is with me taking corner here is we're not gonna need corner. Like we already have Marcus Jones, we already have Christian Gonzalez. Like if there was like one position I would say we should probably not get, it would be corner. Receiver could be an option. Safety, I guess, could be an option. We could definitely use another safety. It's pretty good. I think I'm still going to trade down. I just don't really see myself drafting any of these players in the top 5 right now. And plus, we do have another... And then also just in general, like, we have so much... Like, plus we have a pick like in the next 2 picks, so yeah, I think this is going to be another pick where we trade down, get draft picks, because we can, like I said, we can use these draft picks. Get Tennessee's second next year. There's going to be some team that offers us the first next year. That's going to be the team. We get a 6th and another first round pick for next year. For this pick, they go get the safety, and they go get a D tackle. So that corner that I actually really like is still available. He might be interesting. I could also take Roger Turner too, tight end, which we could definitely use. Matthew Dorsett. Yeah, I think I'd take him. He's pretty good. He's also good as an athlete, plus I can move him to free safety. I think that's for the ideal pick here. And in development, he is a little undersized, but I think he's still pretty darn worth this draft pick because we can use a free safety. This pick, honestly, I kind of want to target quarterback with this pick. If not, then I'm probably trading down if there's like no positions that I need that are actually like liable options. So Darren Vines, he's pretty good. Actually, he's actually kind of good. You know what? I'll take Darren Vines here. I mean, like, what's the worst case scenario? He completely flops. That's not a bad scenario at all. Plus, we could definitely use quarterback right now. So, might as well. 4th round pick. We actually get another 4th round pick due to the Vikings trade. We can definitely use tight end. Could use him in a linebacker. So, we actually have a lot of positions we can go with. There's actually a lot of good tight ends. Well, I don't really see myself going for so many of these players. Isaiah Lockbon, 6'3", 231. He has poor strength, but like, man, he has a lot of good attributes, despite he's a day 3 player. Let's see, pass cover, run stopper. Let's see, George Smith. He's pretty good as an athlete. You know, actually, this is probably going to be the pick here. He has some decent attributes. He's a very good athlete. I think this is the pick. Like, we just need to develop him. That's all that matters. And plus, he will be our new starting middle linebacker. And plus, we need a linebacker. Then with this pick, we're easily going to go draft a tight end. I'm just using pretty much the rest of these picks of positions that we're going to need for depth reasons. I like both of these tight ends. They look really good. Actually, really all these tight ends look really good. But let's see. He's 21. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the pick here. He's 6'6". He's probably the best athlete out of all of them. So take it. Jalen Clayton. He actually looks pretty good, but you never know, I guess. And I think I'm going to leave to the CPU drafting the rest of the players. Honestly, I think this is a pretty good draft, just building up draft picks for next year. Like, again, this is like what we're going to probably be doing also next draft as well. Just, you know, trading all these picks and just see what the heck happens. Like, I mean, I was kind of tempted to taking one of those tackles when we had, you know, those picks, but I couldn't just because of the factor that I'm like, okay, dude, we need to consider trading down and cap, and plus with all these like it's kind of okay, I guess. Nothing will start. Don Patterson Beats will also be a backup. He's probably my starting tight end right now. He's our starting linebacker. He's our starting quarterback. He's our starting free safety. And he'll be my starting left tackle. So, a lot of players are going to be starters, but not for bad reasons. This is, again, like, we're kind of just in a rebuilding process. So, yeah, but honestly, this is an okay draft. Really, outside of Matthew Dorsett and the other tackle that I drafted. This is a basically everybody's going to just be dead pieces, maybe. I guess except for Javon Rice, there is potential he could be my starting edge rusher, but those chances are very, very slim right now. So here's the take a look at the roster at the moment. Yeah, our quarterback is pitiful. Pretty much a lot of positions are just pitiful. But at least our O-line is kind of looking to be shaped. Like, Andrews could be my starting center. We got pretty much a solid offensive line. Really, it's the one thing I guess I don't really need to touch with for now. Tight end, we can definitely use for the future still. Clayton's just a nice backup, I guess. Douglas is, like, really the only, outside of, I guess, like, so Stevenson and Douglas are, like, the only guaranteed good playmakers on this team. And defense, we got actually some solid pieces to build. We got Malatu, we got Dorsett, Talvinol, Christian Barmore, Christian Gonzalez. Like, we actually got some good players to build around. And also, I guess, maybe DM White, so. You know, pretty okay draft. And hopefully we definitely do better though, for sure. Like, we could definitely use actually like good players around here and stuff. So I'll see you guys in the mid-season mark. But I guess before I mute my microphone and do stuff like that, it is interesting to say the least that spring break is almost over already. It's kind of weird because it feels like it should be like Friday or maybe Saturday, something like that. But it just kind of feels like this is summer break, and that's what really is frustrating my brain right now. Is that it feels like I don't really anything during spring break. I mean, like, the beginning was a good start. Like, we went up north, we hanged out with Mima and stuff, celebrate my cousin's birthday. But then, like, kind of like afterwards, it was just like nothing really happened, and it's kind of sad. Like, I mean, I like watching The Good Doctor, and also just like taking a break in general from the world, but it was also kind of just boring. Like, matter of fact, I feel like I'm still just building more frustration than I am in calmness, really. Like, I feel like I'm building more frustration. And that's not good. Like, I only have now, like, 2 days to figure my stuff out, and also my bed schedule, because my bed's, like, I've been sleeping in a lot more now, all of a sudden. I don't know why. So, I also need to get that in order. So, yeah, this is not something I'm looking forward to, but it's stuff I need to do. I'm just not looking forward to after spring break, because, like, obviously you got the kids, and probably I'm not listening, and then also in general, you also have, what you would call it, you have 4 testing for this and next week, but thank God then it's over. But then we have already diagnostic. It's just like, there's a lot of testing going on in the end of the year, and I'm not looking forward to it. So yeah, not surprising. We're 1-5 to start the season. Not really surprised at all. We host one of the worst offenses, also not surprising. But our defense at least is doing something. It's middle of the pack from all the defenses in the game. I don't like the fact that Taylor Heineke, though, is my starting quarterback, but it's okay. Rondell Stevenson is actually probably one of the only things that's going well on our offense, except I guess David Douglas. He's been doing pretty nicely. Then O-line, pretty good outside of, I guess, Clyde Clary. I think our O-line is doing pretty solid so far. Keon White with the most sacks. Honestly, a little disappointing. I wish it was Christian Barmore, but hey, Keon White also take. Christian Barmore, though, with the most tackles for loss. And most interceptions goes to Marco Wilson, but also 1 interceptions for Javon, Tavion, Marie Mapu, and Christian Gonzalez. Obviously, I tried my best to pronounce some of those names. I'm assuming nobody got Beauty Week rewards. Nope, Taylor Heineke got it first week, which is nice, I guess. But what is my focus position? I think it's still quarterback, I guess. Like, I don't really see myself go with a different position here. Like our offense is slowly building up. Like, I think our O-line is good. I just kind of just need playmakers, and then I could say you could draft quarterback then. And then defense, well, we still have a lot of holes on defense. Like, we need to get an actual edge rushers, first off. We need to get actual corners, and we need linebackers that his name isn't Javon Tavion. So, outside of that, I think this is a pretty good team. I like our defense. I really do like your defense outside of that, but we still have a lot of holes on this team. We have $205 million in cap, so we have plenty of cap space. Javon, definitely want to bring back, for sure. I'll gladly bring him back. I'll gladly maybe even overpay him just to bring him back, because we have plenty of cap space. He's back, $191 million still in cap. Rondell Stevenson, I think I'm just going to trade. I think I'm going to trade him. He is a good running back, don't get me wrong. It's just like, he can't be for something. Like, he's an 84 running back, so he can surely get me something. I guess, like, first, I kind of want to just build some draft picks for next year. We got plenty for this year. So, I guess let's see, like, teams that aren't doing good right now, and their first round pick before was just worse or value. Bucks, no. Cardinals, Chiefs, Colts, Commanders. I guess the Commanders. Rondell Stevenson for your first next year. No, that's not quite enough, but I think I can throw somebody in there, like Markel Wilson, just to get this trade off. Really? What we could get, though? Kyle Gordon, Sam Hubbard, Jerry Jeudy. Well, I guess I don't want to, like, I want to get something. Instead of nothing for Rondell Stevenson, but I guess I could just bring him back. I guess that's another option. I was a little interested in just the trading idea because of the fact that, like, we could get something for him. I'll give him a 3-year deal. Christian Barmore, definitely want to bring him back as well. But, man, this is a bit of an overpay. Bring him back. And I didn't even read what that said, but it doesn't look like he want to come back, which I guess makes sense. I think I'm going to simulate it to week 11, just to, like, get the focus position players in and stuff like that, so. And also just to try to get Christian Barmore's contract in. So, yeah. Pretty close against Texans, that's fine. Like, Christian Barmore, I'm not giving you all that money. Like, hell no. Like, I'll give you a long-term deal. I'll gladly be fine with that. I'm just not going to give you that type of contract. And you remember that tackle that I drafted? Apparently he has superstar dead. I'll take it. 4-year deal, how does that sound? I'll even give you an increase in signing bonus, but I'm decreasing in salary. I have an interest in my financials in mind. This situation doesn't... still doesn't like that contract. Like, it's just like, I'm paying him way too much for how good he's been. Like, I'll give him, I guess, an increase still, but that's probably the limit I'll give him. So, yeah. It's actually, though, very nice he has superstar dev, because that actually helps with his development. Plus, that also boosts his chances to being a better tackle. And also, I rarely get superstar devs for tackles. Like, or at really any position on the O-line in general. Like, it's like, I would say once 3-4 months I do stuff like this. I get that happen. I get that. Which, again, like I said, it's rare, so it's actually really nice to get. We lose to the Niners. Honestly, again, I don't really care. Just, I want us to tank for the first overall pick. It's essentially what I'm asking for. I'll give you, actually, wow, his bonus is actually kind of low. I'll give him an increase in bonus and a slight increase in salary, and he still doesn't like that contract. What the frick? It's so weird because I'm like, I'm giving him more years on his contract. I'm giving him more than in the basic salary in terms of money. Like, it's kind of confusing of why he's not accepting this deal. I'm slightly more and more increasing his contract. And yet he still doesn't want it. Stupid. This is a game where I guess we could win. Nope, we get destroyed. Okay. That's not what I wanted to see, but okay. I guess I'm interested to see what the running back is, but I also want to see these top 5 quarterback prospects. I want to see what they look like. The reason why I want to see what Jeffrey Hyde looks like is then, so maybe in the future I could potentially trade Rondell Stevenson. I don't know, it's stupid, but like still. I think this game on Rice is developing quite nicely. At least. Alright, so I want to see what is like the base contract. What is the base contract? He is. Wait, I didn't even offer him a contract. Let me simulate. Can I not give him a contract until the offseason? Because of how many times I give him a contract and yet he still doesn't accept it? But like, if he doesn't come back, he's gonna get franchise tag. Like, no matter what, he's coming back. It doesn't matter what happens. We're going against the Rams on a short week. We're also actually just barely lost to the Jaguars. Don't really care. Like, I want this team to play close. I just want to win close games. Or lose close games. I don't want to win games. I just want to, I want to lose close games. That's all I'm asking for. The only thing I'm not asking for is to just get completely destroyed. I'm assuming, though, I can't still bring him back on a contract. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait for the offseason for that. Sucks, but it's okay. So, I guess her playbook, offensive playbook, will also probably be changed. I think, though, I probably might keep it for now, though. At least her offense, I guess, is playing somewhat better. I mean, then her defense is plummeted. So, we're actually both only have one win. Except the Rams have yet to have their bye week, so... yeah, but I'll see you guys at the offseason. Alright, well, not surprising. We went 3-14. Not really a good season. I actually really forget about Patriots fans, but our offense did play slightly better, though, at the end, but our defense just completely plummeted. Heineke played okay, but I wish he wasn't here, period, but okay. Rondell Stevenson over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, good for him. Dermio Douglas over 1,000 yards. Actually, did pretty well despite how bad our playmakers were. Clyde Carley did not had a good season, but hopefully he improves upon it in his sophomore year. Or he's still a superstar dev. Actually, I want to see, does he have undisciplined or disciplined? Like, I think outside of that, like, her blocking was actually pretty fine this year. And I guess that's the Michael Newton. I guess he could play better. But only allowing 37 sacks, that's, I guess, okay. Javon Talvon with the most sacks, or not sacks, tackles. Christian Barmore with the most tackles for loss. Keon White with the most sacks, 6.5. Most interceptions, goes to Ty, actually. Michael Wilson and Matthew Dorsett. So at least we had something going right for one of our rookies. Javon Tavon with 3, Matthew Tufan and Christian Gonzalez with 2, then Chris Board and George Smith with 1. I'm assuming he didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year, although he did have 4 interceptions, so I'm assuming he was in somewhat of a conversation. Yeah, he didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's what I figured. But, maybe still, something that they probably didn't forget about. Like, they had to mention him, maybe. So, Christian Barmore, though, again, no matter what, he's coming back. I know if I do give him the franchise tag, it's an overpay, but he's still coming back. I don't really see myself not bringing him back. So, yeah, he's coming back no matter what. It does not matter. But besides that, then we're kind of just done with the off season. Then I would say we're just gonna go back to the draft. Free agency, I may pick up a couple of people, but we're not gonna go all in free agency or something like that, like I've usually done. We're gonna do a little different approach this time. We're gonna try to wait it out, because the Jets probably are getting worse. The Dolphins are kind of in their prime, so if we do wait for that, Tyreek Hill's probably going to retire, and, stuff like that. And the Bills will also probably get significantly worse as well. So actually, it's the best for us to just wait it out, because all these teams long-term do not look that great. Except the Dolphins, I guess. The Dolphins are, the only team. And I guess the Jets, if they figure out their QB woes and offensive line. So 192 mil, and we are not able to give him even the contracts. Yeah, I'll give him the franchise tag. I know it's a lot of money, but at the same time, I'd rather keep him on the roster and also guarantee him to not be a free agent. So yeah, he's getting the franchise tag even if it's a lot of money. So I would say let's sign 2 free agents, even if it's just depth reasons or something like that. Let's just go sign some people. Nick Chubb, not gonna sign Aaron Donald as much as I would love to. Tara Funga, Javon Holland, you don't need them. JOK, move him to outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, that could be a potential option. Rasul Douglas, you don't need. Landon Dickerson, I don't need. Actually, a lot of big free agents that I just do not need at all. Let's just get a linebacker. Let's get just somebody. Let's go get a budget player. Let's go get a Band-Aid ish player. Yeah, Teddy Young. Let's get him. 1-year deal. Just nothing terrible. Just a 1-year deal. Is there any potential edge rushers that I could potentially get though? Do I want to go get Kwity Paye? No, he doesn't even. He doesn't like this game, which I guess go figured. Let's go get just some tight end. Preferably a backup tight end though. Lawrence Krega. 2-year deal. Yeah, I'll just give him the base contract. Quarterback. I would love to get Trevor Lawrence a contract, but we're not pushing the line here. We're going through this patient process. Obviously, they both signed with us. I really am curious. Do we have a punter and kicker? We do have a punter. We don't have a kicker. So let's just sign him. Let's get a young kicker though. I kind of want to get a nice, decent young kicker. Yeah, Darren Peck. a nice 7-year deal contract. He's not going to get paid a lot, though. I'll give you that much. He's also probably going to... Oh, he's waiting in. I mean, doesn't end up signing with us. So there you go. That's our pretty much a free agency. I just didn't need to go get big players. Like, we're not in a position where we're like, oh, we just need to get this, that, you know? Look, we're going to play the patient process. A lot of people are going to be like, wait, what? Why are they not going to sign big-time players? Because we're going to do the patient process, which is by drafting players, building the roster, and then we are going to sign free agents when we get to the mediocre phase, may I add. So, like, I think it's when we're, like, 7 and 10 where we're going to start picking up free agents, because we're going to make ourselves look a very sleepy look-like team. We're going to make people think, we're going to make people scratch their heads and be very confused of what the hell we're doing. Because we're not going to draft quarterbacks, still. We're going to run another season with whoever we have at quarterback, and then we're going to probably draft a quarterback next draft. I am, though, making sure that if we draft the quarterback, he's like a top 5 prospect, and I am perfectly fine with drafting him. Like, he needs to be very, very good. So we're just, you know, like, we're playing a nice patient process. That's what we're trying to do here. Play patient. We don't get the first overall pick. Surprising. Saints gets it. Where they go with left end, which I kind of wish they didn't. That's okay. We also get another top 10 pick, which is nice. So, the running back I need to look at. There is a top 5 quarterback. But honestly, I kind of want to go with the running back here. Jeffrey Hyde looks amazing. And, you know, he can... I kind of don't like, though, how his age is. And then finally we have the quarterback. Poor Excel. Yeah, I think I'm just going to not draft the quarterback. His effing injury is also very concerning, so... I think we're just trading down again. Which is okay. Like, obviously, like I said, this is fine. We're just taking these picks and using them for next year, which is okay. Yeah, we're going to trade this. Tennessee Titans, they get the number 2 overall pick, but we get their first this next year, but we also get their first this year and a third this year. It's pretty nice. So with this pick, which we also, I think this is the pick, one of the picks that we traded for, the quarterback is still available. I mean, that's hard. Like, we know he's a top 5 prospect, but I still believe that we shouldn't draft him. Steven Rucker, like, I think I shouldn't really touch the tackle. Christian Barmore is good, but the thing is, you never know if he wants to come back or not. You know what? Sure. Let's go with Steven Rucker. Normal dead, but man, that guy was too good of an athlete to pass him. I know we're downgrading that means that D-tackle, technically, but at the same time, we're here to make these big, gigantic scratch moves where nobody has no idea what we're doing, and they think, oh, this is the worst franchise in NFL history. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to play the slow game. We're not trying to go from a bad team to playoff contenders. That's kind of what happens, actually, when I usually do. I usually go from a bad team, sign a ton of free agents, and then we miss the payday. We make it to the postseason just to get first rounded. That's what usually happens. So, we're going to change the script, may I say, I guess. Shut up, you. Dallas could use D-tackle technically. So, first next year for exchange of Christian Barmore. Alright, trade accepted. You know, just trying to do things right now. So let's see what we do with this pick, I guess. So there's the quarterback finally off the board, which makes sense because of Bears. It just seems to just be tackle. This is a very good tackle class, so I'll give him that much. But I think this is again another pick where we just trade down. Like we're making these moves that nobody is expecting us to do. We could get another third this year. I don't really like that idea. I don't want to trade get a first and a third next year from the Bucks. Sure, you know what? I'll take a gamble. Saints have just been known to doing terrible for the past 2 years. Might as well get there first next year. So we have the 14th overall pick, where maybe I might just trade down again. Like, just get as much draft picks as possible. Because I don't want to take Cameron Marshall unless this man has, like, the best speed in the universe. I just can't see myself drafting him. Yeah. He had to have elite speed for me to consider drafting him. But there is one player I may consider drafting with this pick, and that's Roman Lincoln out of California. He's actually really, really good. You know what? Sure. Let's draft Roman Lincoln. Hidden development, very nice. I think I'm going to change now to Chiefs playbook, actually. He's going to be my starting tight end. We're going to give him a ton of opportunities to get the ball. Let's resume the draft might as well. So, he's going to be our new starting tight end. So, again, not a terrible decision. We're making these extremely head-scratching decisions that make sure that we keep our teams guessing in the offseason. Even it could be more for the football games, but you know, it's okay. So we're on the KC offense this year. Bynes, I'm assuming, might be our starting quarterback. Again, I'm still going to draft a quarterback as well. Just a reminder. I'm just not going to be drafting one in the first round. So there's Cameron Marshall. I think that's the receiver that I looked at. There's Pierre Favors. He's a little undersized for me for a tight end. Or receiver, not tight end. But man, this guy is actually pretty freaking good. I think if he's available at 20, I may consider trading up. But with this pick for sure, I definitely want to go get Eddie. If this guy's good, I'm taking him. He is pretty good. I'll take him. Eddie Steffens, normal dev, but he's an upgrade at linebacker. That's really all I care about. So I'm going to simulate the next couple of picks, see if the receiver's still available. Still available. Now he's not available. Now I'm not going to trade up. I think that was going to be where I was going to trade up with the Falcons, but he isn't available, so. This pick, there's actually this is a corner that I was interested to look at, actually. Lamar Vitson. Very good. I think he's actually a pretty good player. I'm going to draft him. Normal dev again. Dang. But he's 6'4". Like, he's the guy who's going to be a beast. We just need to work on his other stuff. That's what we're going to need to work on. So now we have enough. Now we got another draft pick. We have 1,000,000 draft picks this draft though. Well, it's also kind of due to the fact that I've been trading a ton of those picks. None of these edge rushers look particularly interesting to me. Although I could maybe move him Edge, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's not the greatest idea. Corner we don't need. Well, this is like our main position we can draft right now. Receiver we could use. Quarterback we can use. Day 3. Just draft another freaking running back. I'm gonna draft another quarterback. Right end, linebacker, outside linebacker. Yeah, I guess this is another pick we're trading down. Or just getting draft picks for next year. Because I just don't see myself drafting with... Actually, matter of fact, I think I'm also trading my 3rd round pick as well. Just nothing particularly interesting right now. Bears, trade accepted. So we are making moves. Like, we're actually using some of these draft picks. We're still trading draft picks. I think these 2/3 I could try to work for a first next year. Because I have plenty of draft picks as well to make it work into a first round pick. Darren Bynes will probably compete with a backup quarterback or a rookie quarterback though. Like, I'm going to make sure he has competition. So we have actually a lot of 5th round picks as well, so I could potentially trade those for a player maybe even. The Vikings, yeah, this is a good opportunity to try to get something. Vikings, this is orange. How about I offer the Dallas first next year? I mean, now this should get accepted, but what if I throw in like a 3rd next year? Alright. Not quite accepted, but close. So we're going to offer 2 4th round picks. Not even accepted? Okay, how about I trade for a 4th next year and also a 6th? Alright. Traded the 16th. So we're trading for basically just picks for next year. And then all those. And also we are trading 5th round picks for an actual player. I think I may consider quarterback with the pick. Or edge rusher. It's one of the two, because we have plenty of 5th round picks. Matter of fact, I'm actually just going to trade all 3 of them. So let's see. What type of edge rusher can we get with these 3 5th round picks? Cleveland Farrell, Jonathan Greenland, Armstrong, Tariq Wilson could be interesting. You know what? Let's see. 84 overall for 3 5ths. Okay, we're not even anywhere close. Okay. So we can't get an 84. Without a doubt. I don't even think we can even get an 80. Nolan Smith. He's a scheme fit. Trade accepted. 3 5th round picks for exchange of Nolan Smith. Honestly, I think that's a pretty underrated move. Now we have an actual edge rusher to build around. Like, we're trading basically picks that aren't going to turn out to be good at all for exchange of Nolan Smith, who can actually play pretty nicely on this team. Again, this is another pick where we're going to draft a quarterback and see the heck who we can get. They're all scrambling quarterbacks. That's interesting. John Hyde. I'm just taking whoever's the best available. Elite throw power is actually not bad. I like Josh Hyde. I really do like Josh Hyde. And there's not even going to try to even attempt to pronounce that name. He's also very good too. I would actually say he probably is better. He's not even have a single F in his stats. Then the last player is Brad Breslin. And I probably can easily say he's probably the worst out of all. So we're going to draft the guy who I don't know how to pronounce his freaking name. Normal dev, I think he could be potentially better than my current quarterback, but you never know. So I am very curious to see how that's going to work. And and that's going to be the rest of my draft. This is honestly a very nice draft. Got Nolan Smith, which is actually a very nice for just 3 first, 5th round picks. We have a potential backup quarterback. Again, like, these guys are just competing for whoever's my backup quarterback, essentially. Like, honestly, I think this is a very nice draft. We did a lot what we could have did. We got a linebacker. We got a tight end, so at least we have somebody to build around in terms of the pass catching department. So, yeah, we're slowly building a nice, actually solid team. And defense, honestly, we're slowly not having needs on defense anymore, really. These draft picks, not really. So let's see, what do we have here? Draft recap. Yeah, this is a very, very good draft. The quarterback is better, slightly. Honestly, I thought he was a little bit more better, but that's okay. Lamar Vincent is a 74. Adrian Steffens is 74. Roman Lincoln's a 75. And Stephen Rucker is a 75. So, a pretty good draft, not gonna lie. I think this is a very nice draft, something we kind of needed. So now we just have 2 inexperienced quarterbacks competing for whoever gets the job. Wide receivers still need to work on, but at least we have Roman Lincoln to throw to now. And I guess we could still use center, maybe. And then defense, this is actually a very solid looking defense. I like our D tackles for sure. We kind of could use a slot corner, but like, I say this is a pretty good working defense. And he is our second middle linebacker. These are rated second linebacker, which is definitely what I wanted it to be. So we're starting to slowly, build a nice solid team. Now what we kind of need is to work on quarterback, wide receiver, and corner. It's really all we have to work on. And I guess edge rushers. Like Nolan Smith, he's solid, but we still could definitely use a better corner. We have mentor rookie. Actually, this could be for my linebacker, I think. I think it's for my linebacker. Right? No, it's for a running back, apparently. Long-term development. Without a doubt, long-term development. So, usually when this happens, though, we have like a preseason standout. So, I may simulate the entire preseason just to see what happens. But, yeah, so mentor rookie, he might get started then, I guess. So, we might build a nice backup running back option, so at least that's something. If you start to have Aaron amendments. Chase Edmonds? Oh, yeah, it's Aaron Mendez. Aaron Menendez. Jesus Lord, I can't pronounce his name. Are we actually about to go, like... Or we're gonna not even win a single preseason game. Despite actually, we probably have a decent quarterback room. Rams are 2-0 in the preseason. And we're 0-2 in the preseason. So how this is gonna go is very interesting. And... we lost. We also didn't even get any, like, rookie standouts, which I guess is okay. So now we're gonna just move on. We're gonna simulate to the mid-season, see what we can do. So, once again, just not a good season, which I guess is kind of expected when you don't have a quarterback, but yeah. So, worst offense in the league, very expected, and another looking to be a bad defense of the year. He's doing okay, like 57 completion percentage isn't good, but only 5 interceptions for a quarterback who I drafted in the 4th round, that's not bad. Rondo Stevenson's actually proving why I signed him. Jesus. Jeremy Douglas is the only receiver with over 400 receiving yards. Roman Lincoln's just a little disappointed. I wish he got a little bit more receptions, not gonna lie. Offensive line again still doing pretty good, except Mike Ugna and the other tackle. He has normal. Put it on undisciplined. Defense, the most tackles, again, is going to Javon Tavella. The most tackles for loss is this time Keon White. Most sacks is going to Steven Rogers. At least that's going well. Javon Rice is actually tied with Keon White this time, so that's interesting. Most interceptions goes to Christian Gonzalez, but 1 interception for Javon Tilla, Alex Austin, Lamar Vincent, Kelvin Young, and Don Patterson. Do we actually need to sign anybody this offseason? Or for this season? I don't think we do, but I could be wrong. Anybody big? 185 mils. Like, again, we still have plenty. Kevin Young I may want to consider bringing back. Cole Strange I want to bring back, though, for sure. Nice 2-year deal to come back. And then I think then afterwards, he's probably going to get traded after that contract is over. So we're going to have to look for a replacement for Cole Strange. So that's something we need to look out on. We're also going to simulate League of 11 again. We're going to do the same thing, but this time I think I might actually consider drafting quarterback. But the thing is, this time around, we also need to get receiver. Receiver is also another position of need I can definitely use. So, yeah, we're going to look for quarterback, but also receiver. So this could be the year where we actually go pretty darn aggressive in free agency, because our team is kind of set. We just need quarterback, receiver, and a couple fix holes on defense. I like this team. This team can definitely make a run for playoffs. Just one more terrible year. One more. Alright. At least we have a bye week, so I don't have to see this team lose another game, so that's nice. And an injury. So actually, this is actually a good time as well to have a bye week. And the Bills are just dominating him. So both Aaron Edmonds and Rondell Stevenson are both out for the next few weeks. Which is not great. So that means I might have to go look for a running back just to have him in for here for 3 weeks. Which is not a great idea, but I guess it's kind of necessary because we have no running backs. I'm pretty sure we don't. Yeah, we're starting Huntley. So we can definitely use another running back into the table. I kind of wish that the other running back, though, had only just 1 week of injury or something like that. That could have been helpful, but no. You know what? Let's just sign a practice squad player. Let's just sign a practice squad running back. Jalen Stevenson. He's on a practice squad. Yeah, let's go get Damon Durall. Let's get him. Signing him from the Jets practice squad. So, just somebody to have on the team, for, depth reasons. So quarterback. Just looking at the top 3 quarterbacks. One of them I'm hoping will be top 5 talent, and we're going to be drafting him. Because, again, I'm tired of kind of having this mediocre QB play and having nothing to do with it. Just work on his blocking. After all, his team does like the ball IRL, but not scheme though. So this is, and then afterwards, I'm just simulating it to the off season. There's nothing else I really need to do with this team. So once again, another 3-14 season. You know what's actually funny though? How Mac Jones is doing so well with the Jaguars. Oh my god. Worst offense in the league, with a 28 defense. Yeah, this team is terrible. Him obviously getting replaced. Rondo Stevenson couldn't even do anything this year. I mean, it kind of was just like a passing around this year. It wasn't really one target and boom. Our all-line was actually really good this year, except for freaking Clyde Carley again. And a little bit Mike Lukna. 5 sacks. Yeah, he didn't even get quarterback as much as we did this last year. And interception totals are fine. How was Nolan Smith this year, though? Nolan Smith only got 1 sack? Really? So it was only 1 sack for a play. So I traded 3 fifth-round picks, right? 3 fifth-round picks for a player just to only get 1 sack. And he was a first-round pick, may I add. I love Bailey, man. Bailey's just like a cute little puppy. Yeah, little cute little puppy. Cute little baby. My cute little baby. this is the off season where to make the moves. Because I'm kind of tired of seeing this pathetic offense. And also the defense as well. Well, I mean, our defense isn't terrible. It's just not like... It's not been good. No. So we need to hire a defensive coordinator. Who will fit the scheme? Dennis Allen. I guess we go with either Dennis Allen or Bob Foster. I'm going to go with Dennis Allen, obviously. So Dennis Allen, you are our brand new defensive coordinator, and your job is to fix this defense. That's his job right now. He has to make what looked to be one of the worst defenses to now being one of the, well, decent defenses. Like, honestly, it's like do or die at this point because we need to fix this team. This team sucks. It sucks. Clearly, it is trash. So now we need to build this roster from the ground up. I don't think there's really anybody yet. Nobody really want to bring back. Kayvon Young, no. Alex Austin, no. So we're at plenty of cap space. May I add you? We have plenty of cap space. Like, I'm pretty sure we have the most cap space. And we have just been saving this for so long for this moment right here. Kyle Hamilton. Sure, why the frick not? Yeah, you thought I was gonna not sign Kyle Hamilton, huh? So yeah, he will be moved to middle linebacker for sure. 6-year deal. You know what? I'll even overpay. I'll completely overpay just to get Kyle Hamilton. This guy's gonna be pissed. Steelers are gonna be pissed. I'm giving him all the money in the world. Derek Stingley, glad to bring you to. If he would want to come here now. No mentor at the position. They're not a Super Bowl chase. Not in a warm weather state. But guess what? I'm giving you a contract team use. George Karlaftis. You could definitely use another edge rusher. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to go all in this offseason? You're freaking crazy. There you go. Alright, Christian Watson. Not a big receiver, but, you know, he could get the job done, though, if you know what I'm saying. And I guess, if not, Christian Benford will be my target. Right now, that's all I'm going to sign for right now. Let's see what we get. We got Kyle Hamilton and George Karlaftis. Pretty nice moves. But we still have a lot of needs on the roster, and corner is one of those positions. And guess what? Christian Benford. I know I get him mostly every single time, but, like, he's decent. Like, why not? You know? And he's available, so leave me alone. So, Christian Watson is still up there in the table. And they both signed, and we only got Christian Benford. So we still have a lot of needs still. Despite how big of free agency we had. Because, like, we really only addressed defense with those needs. Now our defense is good, but with still a pathetic looking offense. So Stephens will be moved to outside linebacker, even if he does fit the scheme. He will be moved to outside linebacker. Kyle Hamilton will then move to middle linebacker. You know what's funny, actually? He was also projected to potentially be a linebacker IRL. And guess what's happening now? We're moving him to middle linebacker. Yeah, you thought I was going to trade away my safety? No, that's a terrible idea. So Kyle Hampton is our brand new linebacker. So our defense is now an 84. Now we just need to fix up this offense. Quarterback, we're going to worry about that in the draft. Wide receiver, though, we're going to need to get a receiver. ASAP. And if we somehow don't have the first overall pick, which we don't, we do have the first overall pick, then we don't have to worry about it. So 2 first-round picks for any receiver that you can think of. So I'm just looking at offers and see what we can get. So obviously I'm not looking at any offers if they don't give us a receiver. Like Derwin James, sure, he's good. You don't need safety. I could get Jalen Carter and then like swap him out with Keon White. Actually, I think I have an idea. We're gonna get Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis and Devontae Smith. Orange, not bad. And now we're going to trade the number 3rd overall pick. So there you go. 3rd, 24, and 23 first-round picks for exchange of Jalen Carter and Devontae Smith. So we're getting a WR1. We're getting Jameer Douglas. So we already had Jameer Douglas, by the way. May I add you? And Jalen Carter is going to be a replacement for Keon White, where he's going to get traded in another package for a wide receiver. So yeah, we're just making constant moves now. I'm done playing it safe. 99 overall pick and Keon White for receiver. It's funny how the Texans... I didn't even make any of those moves, by the way, may I add you. So, like, he went to the Titans, which is very surprising, because he shouldn't. Because I didn't do that on purpose. Jackson Smith at Jigba. I mean, I know I'm not anywhere close, but... What if I throw in a 2nd round pick? Okay, pretty close. What if I throw in a 3rd round pick then instead of a 4th? So 2nd, 3rd, and Keon White for exchange of Jackson Smith. So now we actually have, well, actual receivers to throw the ball to. No offense to Lincoln and Douglas, but you guys just couldn't help this team. Outside linebacker, we're going to just trade both of our 4th round picks for something next year, a 3rd. So 3rd round pick next year. Trade accepted. And you know what? We're even going to trade our 3rd next year for a brand new center and a 1st round pick. Because again, our 1st round pick should be very, very high for next year still. Which nobody's expecting us to play very, very well at a high level. So I could get center. I could even try to target a quarterback if I really want to do that. But no, center and no. How did they get Trenton Simpson? That's interesting. I want a good center, but nothing insane. I guess Josh Tippmann is what I want. And then they're first next year and this year. Okay, unaccepted. I guess that's figured. But 2nd round pick as well. We're gonna just Not a second, but we can get their fourth next year. Or a fifth. You know, I'll just do a fifth next year. Who cares? Josh Titman, their first round pick next year, and their fifth for exchange of our first round pick. So now we're getting a center who's a plug and play right now. And yeah. I just want to see, though, is like outside linebacker, I guess, is a need. Safety can be a need. Dorsett is normal dev. He is a 79. I think I'm just going to get an outside linebacker with my second round pick. I know Stevenson was good, but it's just not looking too good. 145th and a 49th overall pick for an outside linebacker. Actually, let's see if I could get, oh, he's not on their team anymore? Interesting. Son Reddick. I would love to get a front runner, but obviously I don't have enough draft capital for that at that point. Gary Hines. Yep, there he is. Lean Chenault. Trade accepted. I mean, again, we have plenty of cap space and draft capitals. We might as well. So then finally, with the first overall pick, we're drafting a quarterback. I made all these moves for just to not get screwed this season.
The New England Patriots are now on the clock. The Minnesota Vikings are now on the clock.
So you guys in the playoffs. Alright, let's see. Did all those moves pay off? Or we're back in the basement? Let's see here. I'm not surprised, though, if we don't make it because of the rookie quarterback situation. Yeah, we didn't make it. I'm not surprised, but I'm also still disappointed. But our offense is so much better this year. So much better. Although it's 25th. And our defense also so much better, too. Quarterback played amazing. Our running back played amazing, too. Oh, actually, okay, I guess. Devontae Smith and Roman Lincoln both very stepped up on this offense. Our O-line definitely got better. Like, I'm glad for Claren, but Michael Ugna, Jesus Lord, dude. There you go. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of sacks. I'm going to end this live stream here, guys. I'm going to do a part 2 later. I'm just a little bored right now. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Peace.